Hey everyone, Duane here with your Minute Message for the week. This is where I take about 3 minutes or so to share some thoughts that I hope will be helpful to you in relating to Jesus and to life, because as I say each week, I've discovered that following Jesus will not only make your life better, but will also make you better at life. I expect you'll discover that too. Do you ever think about what you think about? Now that may sound silly, but it's a hidden secret that we all need to learn. Most of us, and I used to be one of those, that believe what you think about is what you think about. It's just natural. It's just the way you are. But I learned that is simply not true. Failing to pay attention to our thought life and failing to discipline those thoughts can rob us of peace, success, and set us up for fear and failure. A man who became one of Jesus' followers after Jesus' resurrection from the dead was his half-brother named James. James became not only a follower, but became an influential part of those early followers of Jesus. He wrote something about what we're talking about in a letter we have today in the New Testament that we know as the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 4. Listen to what James had to say. A small rudder makes a huge ship turn wherever the pilot chooses to go, even though the winds are strong. What you think about today determines where you're headed tomorrow. These can take the place of the Lord in our hearts and minds and become an idol to us. We may not bow down before a statue to worship, but we become idolaters just the same. Whatever occupies our mind can become our God. Worry, for instance, can become an obsession as we try to control situations and outcomes. I've had people tell me, I'm just a worrier, as if this were some type of spiritual gift. Worry is not a personality trait, it's a misplaced trust. Worry is actually a spiritual parasite that eats away at our heart and our very lives and feeds on fear. Worry seeks a solution rather than directing us to seek the Lord and trust Him for a solution. What happens in your thoughts, your heart, and your mind are invisible to others, but the Lord is very aware of these thoughts, how they rob us and become our idols, our God. The Old Testament prophet named Ezekiel said that the people of his day had set up idols in their hearts. Worry seeks control. Faith seeks the Lord. Rather than finding worry, the Lord looks to find our trust in Him to help us and bring solutions to our problems. Compare those thoughts of worry and fear with the truth of God's Word. Do those thoughts agree with what God says in His Word? Replace your thoughts of worry and fear with the promises of God. Think on those things. As you do, you'll discover worry and fear to be replaced with peace and joy. Thank you for watching today. Until next time, I pray you have a very blessed week.